let's get back to the future of flights at O'Hare and other travel issues this morning. CBS travel editor Peter Greenberg is here now. Morning, Peter.
Good morning, Dana.
All right, we were talking about the FAA meeting today to determine if O'Hare has to scale back, or certain airlines at O'Hare have to scale back some of their flights. So how big of a concern is overscheduling, and should people expect some already booked flights might now be canceled?
Well, airport capacity has always been a big issue. I'm happy to see the FAA finally taking some action here. It's basic math, Dana. There's not a runway in the world, whether it's Chicago or Calcutta, that can accommodate more than 23 takeoffs in any given hour, given a 2.5-minute separation between flights. So why are the airlines always allowed to schedule 40 departures for 8 a.m.? That's even before the shootout at the OK Corral that's happening now between United and American at O'Hare. This is in every major U.S. airport. So if you have 40 departures at 8 o'clock in the morning, if you're on that 34th departure, you might as well bring a copy of War and Peace. You'll be able to finish the book. So the FAA now finally got a wake-up call when United decided they're going to add 100 more flights to O'Hare because they got additional gate space that they bought from Spirit. American decided they're going to match it with another 100 flights from them. This is not sustainable. It can't be done. And so that's why the meeting is happening. You're going to start seeing some triage happening because it's basic math. The numbers don't add up.
Okay. I want to switch gears to Iran and the ripple effects with that. It has been 5 days, of course, since strikes on Iran started. We know some airports remain closed. What tips do you have for anyone with friends or loved ones stuck in the Middle East, unable to find a flight out yet or even get off a cruise ship? Outside of, as we heard, I believe it was Defense Secretary Hegseth say this morning, registering with the State Department.
Well, registering with the State Department you should do anyway, no matter where you go, but that's not the answer to the question you just asked. The bottom line here is it is critical from an economic perspective alone to reopen the airspace and to reopen, the shipping lanes. If you go back to 9/11, when everything was grounded for 5 days, guess what? The planes flew on the 6th day because it was an economic imperative. The same thing happened when the volcano exploded in Iceland and everybody was grounded for about 5 days. Those planes flew on the 6th day. I have every reason to believe the economics here will drive the military action. And guess what? They're going to have to reopen the airspace by Friday or Saturday, because if they don't, the economic consequences are staggering on an exponential basis. So they are getting some flights out now. They are opening the airspace for 3 and 4 hours at a time during daylight hours. That's going to increase. And my guess, unless other developments happen, is that by Friday or Saturday, the airspace will then be reopened.
From a safety perspective, what about people who've planned a trip to Dubai or Egypt or Israel, even Greece this spring or summer, since we don't have a timeline for this war? Should they rethink those plans?
Well, they should be concerned, but I wouldn't necessarily cancel. I'm due to be in Egypt in about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going right now. It's about situational awareness. Don't just read the U.S. State Department advisories. Read the advisories given by the British Foreign Office to their citizens. And no matter where you're going, whether it's Cairo or, Calcutta, again, read the emails, because on the internet there are English language newspapers published in almost every destination in the world. Read the last 30 days of issues online. Then you can make an intelligent situation. And in terms of your investment in the travel, remember, if you cancel the flight but the airport is still open and the airlines are still operating, you may not get a refund. But if the airline cancels it, you're entitled to an immediate refund. So do not get panicked. Don't cancel until the airline cancels. And then if the airspace is open, take my advice, situational awareness, go.
Okay, Peter, one last question real quick. We're seeing gas prices start to climb because of what's happening in the Iran region. Should we expect things to get worse price-wise?
In the short term, yes, because the supply chain has been disrupted. Remember, the shipping lanes have been closed. Right now, insurance companies are not writing policies for anybody sailing in those waters or flying in that airspace. And if that happens, you're flying without liability protection, or sailing without it, they're not running. So what you saw is a knee-jerk reaction initially to that supply chain being disrupted. If you reopen the airspace and open those shipping lanes, guess what? Prices will come down.
All right, CBS travel editor Peter Greenberg, as always, thanks for joining me this morning.